I got the juice, don't need no proof. 100 like the rum I drink that got me over you. And all your nonsense we all subject to. I found my lane and mind my business like I'm supposed to do. Let's have a toast for all the obstacles that got us here. I put my glass up in the air to stimulate the cheers. Not because we made it, but because we making it. I savor the moment, the bouquet forever evident. Yeah. In my realm, I watch the times go by. I got the world in my hands, but I can't tame the sky. Dare I try, I might lose my mind. But it'll be all good after I'm done sipping this wine. Gather around.
Alright, man, I like this pad here.
Yeah, something slight.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some content out of it, man.
Yeah, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, you don't need much. This small camera, this small mic, and then just.
Yeah, I think I was overthinking. I'm like, man, I need this, a green screen, da. It's like, man, nah, I just started.
That stuff comes later.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a long time coming.
Yeah, man.
I've been with you for a minute.
Yeah, we've been chilling. We've been knowing each other since college or whatever. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
and just like last week when we were talking to Sharon, this is another one where it's like, once the album came out, I was like, yo, please let me get on this shit. Whenever. For sure. But welcome to Clueless Vino, man, show where a guy like me kicks it with some cool guests and brings some wine in between, man. Today I got my guy Malcolm.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, baby. You know it.
Yes, sir.
This is the part where I let the people, you know.
Yeah, like I said, man. Simple man. A man of many hats, many interests. I feel like I'm a master at none, but shit. Yeah. I like to keep my hands. I dabble. I'm a wanderer and a dabbler.
You're a dabbler.
Yeah. And here my hands are in many pots, but I wouldn't say I'm a chef of any.
Yeah, that's good though, man. It's always good to have like multiple different things.
Yeah, I think that is a gift and a curse sometimes, but.
Yeah, because I've been like that too. But I'm like that with like, not necessarily like multiple things, but I'll have multiple projects open.
Yeah.
And I'll start one, and I'll be like, you know what? I had this great idea, and I'll just start another one.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like 5 like works in progress, just like all over.
Yeah, even when I read books, like I probably got like 7 books that I'm like starting, got halfway through, and then pick up the next one, did the same thing to that one, and keep going. Now I got like 7. I'm like, I kind of remember what's going on. Probably got to start over.
Right.
On like at least 5 of them. So.
Right. Because like you try to go back to it, and you're like,
yeah, I was like, man, I kind of.
Who? you're like who? Yeah, no, that can be the worst. But you know, it keeps you. It does keep your mind open to like multiple different things.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool to do. It's cool to know. But you know, we're together because you know, a mutual favorite artist of ours.
Yeah, we share a few interests. I feel
we
like.
do.
Sure,
we actually do. We've had a lot of multiple like.
That's what made me like, oh shit. I was like, this man was my fucking sweet mate.
Yeah.
I ain't even chop it up with him like that while I was in college. While I was there the whole time.
But yeah, Isaiah Rashad dropped the album, and I know people be like, did you talk about this last week? I'm gonna talk about it this week because that's just how it works.
Yeah, we talk about that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we did meet in college, and our original shared artist was Charles Hampton.
Yeah, man.
Not many people know about Charles Hampton these days,
No, sir.
but we went to college during the blog era. And
that's our generation golden era. You know how like
you know what I'm saying?
The 90s like
the 90s like
for like the 2000s I guess is
that was the blog era. And for people who don't know what the blog era was, try to explain it to them right now.
Man, blog era was like you had to not only be a fan of music, you had to like do digging, and I feel like that was the best part to it. Like it required to like you couldn't just stream it or like hey my album drops Friday, and you had to like download that junk, pay attention to the release dates kind of yourself, and then scours the net or the websites to try to find like a complete link that had all the songs on it that wasn't on like no fugazi quality or like you know
or somebody like saying this but it's their joke.
Yeah.
Like, no, that was the worst.
A lot of malware. But yeah, like the blogs kind of ran I guess like the music stratosphere for a good amount of years.
I thought it was almost a decade.
Yeah.
It was almost a decade. It was similar to you know how like the 90s would be like yo digging crates like digging crates. That was our day.
Yeah, it's like digitally.
That was our digital crate digging. And it was just like you had to have first we had to have the right website. If you had the right website, you were probably ahead of the game.
Man, I had so many like tabs and favorites of
so many bookmarks. I would just hit them, boop, 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 and then you had to once you found an artist, once you found a blog, you had to check it every day.
Daily, man.
You had to check it every day because like you could have missed a new song,
a single drop, like And it wasn't like much like I feel like mainstream promotion. Of course, like with like the commercial artists, but like if it was anybody remotely underground, like the blogs, you had to like be a fan and like I said, follow them like on your own merit.
That was legit. That was legitimate. A fun time.
I love it. I kind of miss it. Like streaming is cool because it's accessible, but like I still like downloading it and then like I just download stuff and like it wouldn't come with like the right cover art. I had to go and like put the right cover art to it. I was like very meticulous with like the music library.
Because then people be like, that's not the right jump. Like, it is. It's just it came with a different cover art. It was crazy. But yeah, we both found Charles Hamilton similar time. When I was
still in high school, bro.
Yeah, you were in high school. I came. How did you find Charles Hamilton? Like,
man, I don't know. So like, it was definitely through a blog or something. I think I saw bro in like I think it might have been like. I don't want to say it was Windows Media Player. I feel like that was a little after. But I saw bro in like a Sonic shirt and like fucking pink New York hat. I'm like, all right, this dude's different. Just off that alone. Then once I kind of judged him, I'm like, all right, he might be like kind of out there or whatever.
Yeah.
Then once I heard like the bars, I'm like, all right, yeah, this nigga's like an alien. I ain't gonna front. Like he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Early in the game too.
Yeah.
Like very early. I'm like, okay, you know, with the beats, his swag, the way he dressed, like
he had his whole entire style.
That and he had like a whole like supersonic theory or like he had a whole theory
like
based around.
He put a lot of work into his whole persona and his character and his music. Or whatever. And I guess for me, I think it was like say I was on a blog and I saw it was probably like a Sonic track. I'm sure it was a Sonic track of some form. And I was like, all right, let's just see what it's about. And I listened to it. I was like, I think he sampled some Sonic stuff in there, and that's an easy way to get me. Even today, it's still one of
the boards, like a couple of times, like the music from like a couple of the boards. I'm like, man, that's very like nostalgic. First of all, Sega was my first like console, so I'm like, okay, like he tapping into my childhood, and then like I said, he very nice at it, bro.
Yeah, he can actually rap. You know what I'm saying? So I can really get that. I was like, all right, let me get a whole tape because maybe it's a fluke, right? I think the first 2 tapes I got because. At that time, it was a Hamiltonization process.
Yeah,
I got caught like in the middle, so I did it all out of sync. But I think the first 2 things I got was Sonic the Hamilton, and then I ended up finding the Pink Lava Lamp. So it was over after that. Like I was like,
Pink Lava Lamp. Still, I put that joint against. I guess I consider it a mixtape. I put that against anybody's mixtape. Like, hey, bro.
If we're gonna say it's a mixtape, it's one of the best mixtapes.
Honestly,
if it's one of the albums, it's really a great album from front to back.
Pink Lava Lamp. I'm like, all right, I need anything this man drops. I'm consuming, bro.
Oh, like, listen, and that began with that streak where anything he dropped, I downloaded.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter. Like it for a stretch from like for the end of 07 all the way to probably like 2012ish.
Yeah.
I was getting everything.
He fed the streets heavy too.
Dog, he was flooded.
Yeah, like he was on the Wayne blueprint, the Gucci Mane blueprint, just like dropping. But like his quality, I feel like for the most part, never really fell off. And he was experimental with like different projects ain't really all sound the same. And I love artists that do that. Like each one kind of
had like concept things on each one, and dog, it was. And I knew he was gonna be the one.
I knew
he was gonna be the one.
And he had a major backing him. Like he was on Interscope. So I'm like, all right.
You know, he had demons, man. He had really bad demons, and then sometimes he just didn't know when to let things go.
Like, yo,
that was his thing. He never knew when to let certain things go, and then, things just piled on top, and then
I follow bro even like I would say maybe like as recent as maybe 3-4 years ago, when he like came like back out rebranded.
And actually dropped an album.
Yeah. I was like, okay, still, I think like you said, the demons, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I still follow. I still listen. I still listen to the older music, whatever. And when he drops some new stuff, I'll listen to it. At one point, I DM'd him, talked to him for a couple, whatever. So it's.
He be hard to follow, bro. I feel like maybe I fell off, but he'll create something and then like that
just
jump
down.
Yeah, and then it's
at
like
one point
I'm over here now.
He'll have 2 accounts. It's just tough to keep tabs on, man. But I'll always cherish that era, man, because that was
for the era. I would say it was him that like dominated for me. It was other artists that I got like accustomed to as well, but like Charles, I definitely locked in.
That was the one. Like he was the one. I was like, this is the guy.
Man.
This is the guy. But let's get into our first wine, man. We actually had to run out to Kroger. We had to run out to Kroger to at least grab one, grab another. So we decided we went with the name basically today.
The name I hope doesn't
bite us in the ass. Yeah, no, I hope so. Sea Salt from Marlborough, New Zealand. It's a Sauvignon Blanc from 2020. Yeah.
They got that sea salt cool water color. We're gonna see.
That's what I'm saying. The color looked like great. Like what they did with the bottle was dope. Yeah. You know, it's really dope. I just hope it doesn't taste like sea salt, because that would be very disappointing.
Nah, let's see.
Let's crack it open.
Yeah. I appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, man.
Trying to step my wine knowledge up. I'm slowly but surely getting there.
Yeah, man.
Are you supposed to waft it?
So what we'll do is we'll snip it first. Get a little smell in there. I'm actually surprised about the bubbles. I wasn't expecting that for a Sauvignon.
Yeah, it's pretty carbonated.
It
smells like.
My nose on.
I mean, would it sound cliche if it smells a tad bit salty to me?
I mean,
it kind of.
Does it smell like the ocean? I guess is the question.
Maybe somewhat. I would say.
I think it said something about grass in here or something.
Yeah.
A hint of green grass. I smelled the green grass for sure.
Yeah.
It's there. All right.
It's interesting. It's interesting. All right. Is it as bad as I thought it was going to be? No.
Is it?
Actually, it got a little aftertaste to it though. I feel like.
I think the aftertaste might be better than
the first initial jump. That's why I said hold on. Yeah, like the aftertaste. I'm like.
So the initial drink is like sharp.
Yeah, and then it like.
Yeah.
Mellows out. And the aftertaste like a little kern or something.
That's interesting. Oh.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as I thought. So shout out to the sea salt.
Shout out to sea salt for real, man. Because that was I didn't know where that was gonna go.
I can rock with that.
But yeah, man. Let's definitely get into Zay's album.
Oh yeah, okay.
Zay Rashad's album, man.
Yeah, so it's been about 2 weeks.
It's been officially 2 weeks now.
I ran it back probably close to like 90 times.
I'll definitely run it back. I ran it back
90 times.
What was your, I did my reaction last week. I just want to get yours real quick.
Yeah,
what was your reaction to that?
I can't complain, man. Like I said, besides the 5 year wait. Yeah. Ain't disappointing. TDE, I kind of expect to like not get projects like rapidly anyway, so I'm kind of used to being spread out. Exactly. But 5 is like Kendrick right now is kind of.
Kendrick's like 4 right now.
Yeah.
Kendrick's pushing it right now.
Yeah. The first thing I guess I got was like, all right, my boy seems or isn't like he's happy. That's like
which is always the good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I got that immediately. I'm like, okay, my boy seems to be happy. If you knew kind of like how the story or what he's been through, I'm like, okay, like the raps, like it's still like the Zay vibe and bop, but like my boy just seems more like confident, chill.
Very upbeat.
Yeah. Compared to Sun's Tirade, that jump was dark. I still like love that album though.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you can tell like bro is frustrated and like
with
down. You know what I'm saying?
With a lot of different things.
Yeah. So this one I was like, okay, it's good to see Zay happy. I feel like I can like put people more onto him with this album compared to Sun's Tirade. Sylvia demo was
okay, so you're saying it's a more accessible album to more people.
Yeah, because I be like, man, I just saw it's like to me, I love Kendrick. I feel like Isaiah is the better. I don't want to say complete, but like I'll use the word complete. Isaiah on TDE, like he can hop in like multiple like lanes, whereas Kendrick is like very intricate.
Yeah. And
like he like stays. I feel like within his like walls. Zay is like he'll give you a song that's like, okay, take you up right here. Next one, be down here. Next one is like, I'm wavy. Next joint is like, man, fuck my ex, my baby,
right?
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? My boy, like he does them all pretty well.
That's true. That is true. I think I always think like Zay's like a secret weapon for TV.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he can slot into like a multiple
feel like he's like a good merger of at least like Kendrick, Rock, and Q. I feel like he got attributes like all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the personality of Q, somewhat like the persona of Schoolboy Q. I feel like he got that in him. He, of course, lyrical like Kendrick. Isaiah, like I feel like he's intricate in a way as well. Not like as like technical as Kendrick do, but Isaiah definitely like
he has a different way of intricacy. Like Kendrick is like multiple syllables, big words. Mm-hmm. Zay is more like he'll take two different concepts or two different like ideas and put them together that shouldn't match.
I was like, man,
and then it'll connect like seamless. You know what I'm saying? So that's his skill. That's his major skill.
Yeah. I think you might have said it in the last episode too. It's like his simplicity. I feel like I appreciate that too. Like you said, like my boy, the verse might be only like 6 bars or something, and it's like you said more than enough.
You get a lot in there. Exactly. You get a lot of different stuff out of what he's saying. Yeah. Because he's not trying to over fluff it with like.
Mm-hmm. Not saying they can't do that, but
no, most people can do that, and it sounds great, but I appreciate him using a minimalistic approach. Yeah. You know what I mean? So what would you say are your favorite songs from the album?
Man, I want to list the whole genre. Dark Side is the intro, right?
Yeah. That's the tone of the music.
Yeah. I feel like this also can be it can be somewhat misleading. No, the second track.
From the Garden.
Yeah, From the Garden. All right, so this might be contrary take. I told you about this in the car. That's the only one on the album where it's like, if it come on, like, I'm not gonna say turn it off, but like sometimes I'd be like, man, skip this shit.
Okay.
Like, I don't like the beat, and that's my only beef. So I know that's petty, but like, I just don't like the beat. It's like, so Dark Side come on, From the Garden's track 2, right?
Yep.
That jump somewhat like, kinda like I guess like hype, and then like the album I feel like abruptly goes like yeah, and it don't really pop back up again until like Lay With You.
It's like that's like 2 songs later though.
All right, and then after that, there's nothing else that like.
That's like super hype like that.
Which I don't.
No, it's not really.
Which I don't really. I don't mind that, but I know a couple people that's like their gripe against them. It's like, where's like I guess the shit I can like bop to, and I was like, Jay got a bop, but it's not gonna be like a.
It's not gonna be like no hype jump.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying.
It's more of like headshots is his.
Yeah. You know, like to me, I feel like that's a hard track, but like I can't like base it or like, hey man, you gonna get super turned to this.
Right.
But
like Lay With You is probably the best chance of that.
Yeah.
Lay With You is probably the best song of that, but From the Garden is probably the one that would be the single. You know what I'm saying? Because of who's on it.
Lay With You, at first I was like,
it was interesting.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I like Deuce part for sure. I'm like, all right, he killed that shit.
It was fun. I was like, this
song's for him.
It was like, but see, that's what he said too in like a couple interviews. He's like, listen, I made these when I was picking features. I was like, I was picking people who I know this would suit them better than me. Yeah. That way he,
you can definitely tell.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like
that in the Smino track for sure. I'm like, okay, let's tell.
That's a Smino track. Like,
yeah, for sure. Featuring Isaiah, for real.
I'm saying like that's what the features felt like. It felt like it was them featuring Isaiah.
Man, I wasn't mad at that.
Which was, I think it was cool because it also helped him like grow out of his normal. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, to answer your question real quick, Dark Side, I like Lay With You. The title track's my favorite. I think that one is like criminally underrated. Like that shit's hard as fuck to me.
Yeah, I feel like
that, and then going into the outro,
that's
crazy.
I think that's
that's a crazy.
Because it's so close to the outro, people like the outro a lot, which is a really good track.
Yeah.
2 separate tracks and it's like really fire. But like because it's near the end,
bro,
like it gets over.
Crazy.
Oh, it's
I think like the last maybe I gotta look at my phone, but like the last like 6 tracks, that whole run, 5 or 6 tracks, the whole run is like fire.
I think people said that too. They were like that stretch.
That sequence is great. Yeah, the first is cool too though. Like I said, the intro he set the mood or the tone immediately. Then he gave us like the single sprinkled in. To be honest, like once I hear like the singles, like it depends on how they're placed in the album to like if I like skip it or not. But like that, I let it rock.
That is one thing about this album that he did differently than any other thing he's done before, is that he's put out like singles.
I think that was a flaw for Sons Tyreek. But I guess what you're going through, I don't think he was really too.
I didn't think he cared.
Yeah, but it's like man, like he only shot a few videos. You had a song featured with Kendrick. You shoot the video for that. It's like yo, you gotta capitalize on that. Like,
because that's one of the best songs.
Yeah, it's like
you know what I'm saying? Like that people love that song because they both go off.
I feel like Tini and Dollar should have got a video.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like you said, I don't think he gave a fuck.
I think he was just like
put that shit out. I was like,
Yeah.
And then like I saw him when he came to Richmond. And I'm like, okay. And then after that, I feel like my boy just I ain't say crash and burn, but it was,
he just
even there he seemed a little.
It was the energy was there, right?
Yeah.
But just the stuff he was saying, like bro, you are going.
Yeah, it's like I appreciate y'all being here, but
yeah. It's like Jesus.
Nah.
It's like go do something, please. But and like I said, but like you said, when he just sounds better. He sounds better. He sounds content with where he is. He sounds like he's.
I was happy for my boy. Like here, and I'm like, okay, fine. There you go.
He sounds very cleansed of like his the stuff that he was going through. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize he had that much kids though. He had 3 kids.
Yeah. I had read a couple of interviews like prior to the album coming out, and I was like, damn, yeah.
3 kids, 3 great moms.
I was like, all right, bro, slow down out there.
he said, damn, I got 3 kids for every album. I was like, dog, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, but it sounds like he's what's called. But
that's my phone here for
I think it's you.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna go through I think the track list.
Yeah, I think he said what's called. I think he said that all of his baby moms and like the kids on it, they have good relationships, which is very.
I guess that's a good thing, yeah.
Which is very important. And he's in his kids' lives, knowing what what he's going through with his dad and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like and how they have that weird relationship. Yeah. And just to know that he's still in their lives is dope, and I love that. And I appreciate that.
As long as you're trying, man. But yeah, Dark Side, R.P. Young, Lay With You, Claymore, Headshots is fire. I like Hey Mister. What You Said is probably like my top 3. Is my top 3 favorites on this joint.
What You Said is such a good song.
I fuck with I Am Doshi. I think she had the best verse in that joint. She floated on that joint. Don't Shoot. It kind of grew on me. Like at first I was like, all right, it's a little more I guess like relatable now.
Yeah.
Chad. I don't hate it. I don't like dislike it either.
That's one that I think will grow on me later.
Yeah. The 9-3 freestyle, Horse Score.
Yeah.
I saw SZA. I'm like, all right, that's gonna be a slap.
Well, they don't miss though. Nah. When they're together, they always they do what they do.
Yeah, I knew SZA was gonna be featured on that joint. If not anybody else, I knew she was gonna be.
That's why I said to him, like, you ain't gotta show me the feature list. I know SZA's because she's always on his album. Yeah. That's a thing.
They need to like I ain't gonna say do a collab, but they should drop like a little EP or something.
That's what I said.
3 or 5 songs to just them.
That's it. That's a heater.
Man, TDE got so many like sub. I feel like sub, not groups, but sub like combos they can like do out there. It's like they got too many gems. I feel like, man, Top Them Boys is like y'all got like a roster of just
they had
hella talent.
Top to bottom, the best roster in rap.
Yeah, I can't go against that genre.
Like it's not to me it's like again Dreamville's cool. I like Dreamville, but like top to bottom, like
I mean yeah, I feel like the advantage I guess is Top. I know Top, or don't he rap? Or is it Punch? Yeah,
Punch.
But for Cole, just shoot some bills. Like, all right, Cole is a artist like led.
That's true.
Roster like Cole, like yeah, like whereas what's his name is like I just get the talent in. Like Kendrick, like he don't got like it's not his label.
It's not like he's pulling the people like I want him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that is true. So yeah, Cole probably the best artist led.
Ain't too many of them left. Well,
because Ross tried it, and Ross,
that's man. So Ross, like he had a good vision. I'm not sure why people ain't fuck with him. Cause like he tried to get like Wiz early. He tried to get like Nipsey early.
I just think it was one of those things where like people had seen. There was too many times where we've seen how it went, and they're like, yeah, I gotta see how you can do with other people first.
At the time,
and I get it.
At the time, MG I felt like was kinda alright. Like that core MG when it was like Meet Him and Wale. Like it's like the main 3. I think Stolly, which was a bad choice. I'm like, why'd you sign with
Did he ever drop anything on there? I don't remember.
He might have dropped like 1, and that joint ain't get like no traction. But I thought that was a bad
it was a bad fit, yeah, for sure. Cause he's not a bad rapper.
Mm-mm.
He's not a bad rapper.
You gotta like think of the family that you're going to. It's like, all right.
Yeah. I think the best rapper led or artist led label still has to go to Young Money for Wayne because Wayne gave us Nicki and Drake, and that's I mean.
Yeah, I still think that's kind of crazy.
hard to beat.
I still think about that. Like people can say and kind of joke on Wayne, especially like the younger generation who don't really like
they don't
real like the pinnacle of Wayne. Like when Wayne was like that dude.
Yeah,
like
they don't know.
Yeah, but it's like he gave us two like arguably like the best.
All time, like all time. Like
yeah, especially with Nicki, like she's like top female, like say easily. Drake, I mean he's there too. No hate on Drake. I got my own little stipulations with him, but
I mean I think a lot of people do.
Not even the ghostwriter.
Okay, so what's your?
Man, all right. So, have you ever listened to like? I'm sure you have like early Drake, like when like kind of like comeback season.
Yeah. All
right, my boy was like, Drake still got bars now, but like it was more.
Drake had what's the word I'm looking for? He was very Virginia inspired.
You could tell, low key. Like
he looked up to Nicholas F. Like everybody knows that. He looked up to Nicholas F.
Pusha T was
whether he wants to admit it now today, he looked up to Pusha T.
Yeah.
Like, but these are things that that he really focused on bars.
Yeah.
However, that's the one thing about him is that people want him to rap. Like they want him to rap.
He can't do it though, bro. He not that type of he out that
why? It's like
he out the stratosphere. Like he a quote unquote. I guess he is a pop star, but like he's too big for the genre. I'm sorry. Like Jay-Z, I feel like even Jay-Z ain't like Jay-Z is like one of the goats for sure. But he still can like stay in like rapping. Like Drake, I feel like we expect him to do everything, and it's like that's impossible to ask, man.
Like if he does an all rap album, his women
they gonna be a little disgruntled.
Like, where's the you know what I'm saying? And so
if you go R&B, we gonna be like, yo, you ain't give us not one song with bars on it.
I think so. To me, I think he did that. I think he's already done it. I think what's the title of the album that he came out? If you're reading this too late.
Okay, yeah.
To me, that was the closest thing you're getting to an all rap Drake.
That's my favorite one, and a lot of people I know they say like, what? You're crazy. I think that's the project that made me like. I mean, I knew who Drake was and fuck with him, but that's the genre I'm like, oh shit, I slept on that one. I listened to that like 9 months after it came out. I was like, damn, I completely slept on that.
That still has slaps on it, bro.
Yeah, so to this day, I still play that like more than like most of the Drake shit, for real.
So I mean, I'll be interested to see this new album. This new album will be interesting because I feel like it got pushed back a couple times now.
Yeah,
so
he
has to be like trying to tinker and perfect it. So the expectations are here now.
I mean, either way, but it works in his benefit as well because it's like, all right, the expectations are there, but it's like, man, it's Drake though. Like for the most part, the general consensus is like, I feel like man can't do no wrong. Even when I feel like there's a song that's like not even trash, but just like a very like subpar song. That junk is just.
But like to me, that's what's happened with his last few albums. Like people are like, oh yeah, this has been a great album. I'm like, it's not great. It's got some good songs on here, but they're not great. Like Scorpion, I was like,
Oh yeah, especially
More Life.
More Life.
I was like, And then you try to, it's a playlist.
It's a playlist. I'm like, yeah, see, like I don't like
don't do that. Like who are you talking to?
I don't like stuff like that from him. It's like, come on, Drake. It's okay to be like, some people ain't like this one. You don't got a line say it's a playlist.
I'm throwing this out here for the fans.
Yeah.
If you would said that, I'm like, cool, that's cool.
Man, you could be like, man, these are nothing but just a bunch of throwaways. All right, bet.
Right.
I won't even judge it. But the fact you said it's a playlist, I'm like,
I don't know where you're trying to take me with this playlist thing. So.
He be trying to appease. He has to appease too many people. I feel like, and I feel like that's something like Cole. He don't gotta do that. Like he know like what he like stand on, and he kind of like just stand on that joint. Kendrick, he do what he do. He stand on that joint.
Drake,
right.
Drake has to.
He has to hit like every mark, and I'm like, that's a good way to put that. He has way too many people that he has to appease to. Yeah, it's like
and whether or not he's actually trying to do it actively, you can tell
through the music you're aware of
that he's doing it. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
And that's the only thing. So I kind of like give him like, I mean, he's kind of stuck in a catch-22 with that.
The thing is like, is he a top? That's the thing. Like, do you put him as a top 5 rapper?
Ooh.
I think he's a top.
That's a hard.
I can argue him being a top 5 artist more than a top 5 rapper.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Without a doubt, I'll say top 5 artist.
Yeah.
Rapper. I guess it's subjective, but I wouldn't put him in top 5 rapping.
Like when I say artist, I feel like artist that has to include like Billboard charts and numbers.
Yeah,
albums. So like when you do that, like you have to put him. he has to be up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's on top for that for sure. Rapping though.
But rapping, that's like the
not saying that he can't rap.
No. He's definitely a good rapper. When he wants to get off, he gets off. And he's shown it like countless times. But that's just for me that there are other people I would put up there. As far as because I'm a very bar heavy guy. So like,
got to. That's how I came up. I try to get myself out of that as I've like.
Yeah,
grown,
like,
but
to help me learn the like better stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, damn, I kind of missed out because I like prejudged it.
I saw who it was. I was like, oh, I'm listening to this.
I was like that with
like
Young Thug for a minute.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Like for a hot minute, I tried to ignore him. Now I'm like, he got some intricacies to like the way he his cadence and like some of his shit. So
yeah. So I still don't like actively search out his albums or anything.
I don't do that.
If I hear something like the beat, I'm like, okay, let's just listen to the song and see if I like it. And I've called a few like that. Yeah. I did that to the Migos. When the Migos first came out, I was like, I cannot do this. Like,
oh, for real?
No, I was fighting it, bro.
I won't like that. I think I heard like this is around like the fight night time. You know that song like where it's like Hannah Montana and shit.
Bro, I was getting upset. I was like, y'all like this shit? I was that guy. I was hip hop guy. And then eventually I was like, you know what? This ain't that bad, bro.
I'm this ain't that bad. Like I feel like I treat music like I said, there's a time and a place for everything. I feel like it just depends on like the scenario. Migos is cool for a certain
if you look for a
arena.
Yeah, if you look for a vibe, yeah.
It's good for a certain arena. So it's like if I'm out, like especially when I was in college or we had a party or a function or something, okay, throw something on. I'm not really listening to the music too heavy anyway to like listen to bars. So as long as the beat is cool and like it's riding, I'm alright. Now if I'm working or doing homework or something, I need to like lock in. I need my motivation. I need my lupe, my bar, something that's gonna like keep me going out there.
For sure. Okay. So we'll speak of top 5. So let's. Who are your top 5 rappers?
Damn.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to do today or like all time.
Man, this dude. This all time. Top 5 rappers all time or today. I don't know which one. I'll say today.
We'll do today.
I could probably do all time too, but I'll stick with today first.
Okay.
No order though.
Okay, that's fine.
Off the dome. Top 5 now. Of course Kendrick.
Okay.
I'll say Cole, but Cole grew on me though. I ain't really like Cole.
Okay. Any reason?
I thought my boy was somewhat boring in the beginning.
I think that was
That was my only like beat.
I think that was a lot of people's thing.
I'm like, he can rap. Like I heard Friday Night Lights and all that. I'm like the skill is there, but I'm like there's something missing with my boy.
I also think that's why he got compared to Nas a lot too, because that was also the knock on Nas, that he could be boring.
I feel like Cole more boring than Nas. When he was like active.
I'm just telling you what people told me.
Nasty Nas.
I'm just telling you.
He had a little more flair to it than Cole did.
I think Nas got the boring thing, but Nas' main thing was his beats.
His beats made him boring.
His beat selection was really good.
His beats made him boring. But alright, so Cole, Kendrick. I want to say Lupe, but he ain't active, so I won't throw him on there. Or active as much. Top 5. I got 2. I want to say Currency for a multitude of reasons. Definitely not for bars.
You are like what? You are.
That's my favorite artist. Ain't gonna front. Kendrick is my favorite as well. But like if I had to pick someone who I listen to daily, Currency for sure. Yeah. Hella consistent, bro. Like
that's another dude.
Flood the streets, and it's never like too mid. Cole, Kendrick, Currency. I'm on 4. Damn, that's active right now, bro. This shit's tough. I don't even know. I should have did all time. That would be easier now. I think about it. I'll try to think who be in my phone, but like.
Would you have to say anything?
I want to say but I need like another body of work.
Gotcha.
Because I'm like, I fuck with it, but I also feel like, man, it's been 5 years, so it's like, unless it was super trash, I was gonna like it anyway, just because like I'm thirsty for that.
Right. Yeah. I feel you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, Zay shit, he might be in that job. I can put Zay in there. But he just can't fall off. He can't like disappear again.
He can't do that.
Like, cause I'll be like, my boy Isaiah Rashad, and they be like,
That's like he had dropped nothing.
So when he put it out, I was like,
that's tough to do. Yeah, that's true.
Top 5, man, shit. I'm gonna throw Larry June in there for 5. I know that's kind of a weak list, but like that's just who I like.
That's who you're
actively,
for sure. Yeah. For sure. Okay.
It might change off of yours, or you might listen. I gotta see like what your criteria is though for like.
Are
we going off bars or just overall who I like, or like rapping as like this is like top notch rapping top 5 of who I need.
Well, it just depends on what the is it who I think are the best 5 rappers, or is it my favorite 5 rappers? That would be
okay.
So those I would
say those are my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my favorite 5 rappers right now, is probably Zay. I listen to this group called Year the Ox. They're from Virginia. They actually in LA right now. Korean American rappers, really dope.
We need more Virginia artists, man.
Really dope. Also to this woman named Gifted Gab.
Okay, I seen something.
Super dope. She actually in a group called Bag 2 with this other woman named Blanc. She's actually really good too.
Should take Currency off, bro, and put Mick Genius.
You would take Currency off though? That's just take Larry June off.
Yeah, I had to think though, bro. Oh yeah, Larry June's off.
Yeah, take him off.
Yeah, I'll take Larry off, man.
Yeah, Mick is nice too, but I actually can listen to Mick now too because before Mick and Isaiah weren't friends.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, come on.
I'm like, sorry, dog. I got a problem with Isaiah.
Nah, I was like,
but that is alright. I can.
I was like, damn, that's unfortunate. Both of y'all boys is. I felt both of y'all.
Them on the track, that'd be crazy. This one's tough because bar for bar, she's one of the better rappers. However, she struggles putting like bodies to work together for me.
You gonna say Young M.A?
Yes. Yeah, like
I knew. As soon as you said that, I was like, you gonna say Young M.A? Young M.A is highly underrated. Yes, sir.
Like, every time someone who's the best women female rappers in the game, everybody just skips her.
Yeah,
like, dog, I know why y'all doing it, and it's not funny, but like, dog, bar for bar, she's probably the best one.
I think they do it just because like she don't be in our face that much. I feel like she dropped her album, the Her Story jump, and then what else after that?
I mean, she's dropped stuff.
I heard some singles, or it's like some
she's
like
dropped like EPs or like mixtapes and stuff like that on streaming or whatever. And I'm like, it's not connected.
Like I heard I think she got like a big record or something like that.
A big record.
Yeah, like it's a couple of jumps. So I'm like, damn, okay, Young
like
M.A, like
fire, right?
Snapping for real.
But
like
get to the album, you're like, why would you do
for artists like that, you only got to put albums out in this era. Just put a collection of songs together that slap and like
just do that.
You don't gotta have no. I prefer like conceptualized albums. That's just cause like I like to read and like kind of like plot line and shit. So like if an album kind of follows,
everybody can't do it.
Everybody can't do it. Yeah, and that's
everybody
fine.
Can't do
so just put your hardest songs together for me then. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying, and just like title it. Like I ain't tripping if it don't follow a theme or a concept. I would like it, but it don't got to though.
Right.
Cause like, go ahead though.
Another rapper I like is this dude named Ted Park. Ted Park he's from Wisconsin, I think.
Oh shit.
He's another Korean rapper, but he's nice.
He's not like Rich Brian, is he?
No.
I wear because Rich Chiga's first name or something like that.
Yeah. They try to erase that immediately.
Yeah, I was like, man, you gotta
they try to erase that immediately.
You gotta get that off. That's crazy. That was crazy from the beginning.
But no, Ted's a little bit different. Ted had the very similar for all the time. However, he makes really good songs. Like his songs are good. I wouldn't say he's like the best rapper, but like he's one of my favorite. Like when he drops something, I'm on it.
Yeah, all right.
And Freddie Gibbs.
Gangsta Gibbs. Yeah.
Love Freddie.
Yeah.
Love.
That's another dude. I started out kind of slow to him. I got introduced to him through Spitter. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like I'm like okay, but yeah, I fuck with him. I feel like he's gotten like better over time.
As he
gets like 3-4 projects. Yeah, as he get older, I'm like damn. All right. Let me find out.
Listen.
Let me find out.
All respect to Nas. All respect to Nas. Freddie should have won that Grammy that year. Sorry.
him and Mad Lib jump? Alchemist, yeah.
That jump was crazy.
Yeah.
Front to back.
I feel like they're just doing that out of not pity, but they missed Nas. Like
this is a lifetime achievement.
Yeah, now it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's definitely a lifetime achievement.
Which is dumb, but I understand.
Listen, do what you gotta do. I'm not upset about it because Nas deserves it. Nas has been one of the legends of the game for years. So.
I feel like they overlooked my boy. They're like, all right, let's make it up to you. Now.
Yeah, let's you know, let's steer off of music for a minute. I like the Jersey choice, man.
A lot of people like, what is that? I'm like, yeah, man, WNBA.
A lot of people talk the talk, but you out here walking the walk, man. Bought the jersey.
Yeah, Janae, that's my baby.
Yeah, supporting the league, man. What's your thoughts on the WNBA as a whole and their fight for like a better wage salary?
I just feel like so I hear both sides, because I thought about it like from like I guess the NBA like owns WNBA, or it's like
they're like the parent.
Yeah, the parent company. So like I feel like their rationale is like the WNBA, the league doesn't like generate enough like revenue / like enough interest to like for them to put like more resource effort to it. But I think it's kind of like bullshit, because women's college basketball, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's more popular than WNBA. I'm like, those college players go to the WNBA, so it's like they're breaking.
You should be following.
Yeah, like they follow. Like, where's the disconnect? I feel like this.
Where does that fall off at?
Yeah, there's like a disconnect as far as like why doesn't it like it translate over? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that, and then I think just they need to redesign like just the whole league as far as like logos. I feel like some of the names are just kind of like the created team type names. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah. Because when you watch it, it's like I watch it from time to time. Like, it's not bad. It's women's basketball, so like I'm not expecting like nobody to like dunk or like go too crazy how like men do. It's like they don't do that.
They're skilled players.
Yeah,
like,
that's all you.
Their skill are super tight, and if you like hoopers,
like I've hooped against college.
Understand, like okay, like she's doing this, that you can tell like she set the screen, back screen. You can do all that with like your hooper.
Yeah.
Their issue is bringing in a casual fan, because NBA has a bunch of casual fans. People who may not have played basketball, but they like basketball and I like it enough where they can like, I can watch this and da da da. The WNBA right now has an issue with bringing in a casual fan, but I think their major issue is that they don't market women as hard as they should. Because like there are girls who probably want to play in the WNBA, but you're not going
100%. I'm like, man, I know girls that hoop, like, you know what I'm saying, like and like taking that shit serious. So like you can't tell me that like women don't play sports, women don't play basketball. There's a whole demographic like women hoop, but it's like I talked to like a couple of women like, well, why don't you watch WNBA? And they're female, and they can't tell me. It's like, so how do you expect the league to like blossom? I'm like, I mean, men watch it. I'm sure women watch it too, but it's like y'all should be the main driver.
Is from men.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I think those men actually hoop though. And so it's like, how can we take these small groups who are like, okay, why are you watching?
Survey them, bro.
And then like, let's find out how we can get there. Like, you should have advertisements for like, there should be more advertisements for like certain things that they use. Like,
man, they can tap into Meg, Cardi, like they use prominent female figures to get it in. NBA, like when baby's hot,
they'll use them.
They'll use them. You'll hear like the music for the cutscenes between the games, or like timeout or something. Like incorporate more female junks in there. Try to reach out to. I'm not saying Rihanna would, but like get a Fenty.
But there are certain things. There are certain things that you can do that would help that.
Yeah.
To at least generate some interest in.
You just want eyes on the product, yeah.
That's all you want.
You don't have to like get them. They're not gonna sit down and watch every single game. They don't have to, but get like some interest into that genre. Like,
bro, if every 1,000 eyes you get like 400 eyes. Guess what? That's still good.
Yeah,
that's still good.
That show the league is growing. That'll like make I guess the NBA want to invest more. But I feel like they.
But I still think the NBA should, because the NBA makes too much money.
Yeah, it's like you know you got the money.
Like each year you set aside money for certain spots, for certain things in each part. Like just cut it, set it up, add another thing, and just like listen, we're investing this much money into WNBA, even if it's like the salaries increasing, like whatever, just do it and just let's. Because like I said, I love watching them play.
Yeah.
I love Candace Parker. I love Diamond Taurasi, Super. I love.
They got prominent like it ain't like the league is trash.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
They got hoopers out there, and it's like men. No disrespect, but like men shouldn't be like the number one like supporter or watcher of this product. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't happen in like many other sports. I feel like.
Right.
But like for some reason WNBA like this year I don't count their like All-Star game or whatever, but I feel like they got like fucked with that too. They did it during like it was like What was
I didn't know about it.
It was like the finals is on.
The same
day. Yeah, it's like, come on now. Like,
fam,
you're in the same.
Move it the next day.
Simple.
Yeah, like it's not gonna kill anybody. Just move it the next day.
I ain't understand.
But even then, I was like, bro, like they were showing highlights on Twitter. I was like, wait, the game was on tonight? That's bad.
I legit didn't know until like
that's not great.
Like halfway through that journey, I seen like skill competition, 3-point contest.
I just want more effort into pushing the game. It's cool that they do the stuff on like Twitter and Facebook. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. But like, let's put them on. Let's get more games on ESPN. Let's get more games on. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be a regular season game. Like it'll be like the Timberwolves versus like it'll be two trash teams. The Timberwolves versus like I don't know, fucking Bulls or something. And then like real quick, like what is it, like 30-second timeout, commercial timeout, or TV timeout, they'll be like, wait, by the way, the Storm is playing, it's like, man, like, and then they move right on. It's like you're not gonna like show no highlights or like talk or like have somebody from like.
Don't even talk about like during ESPN.
Yeah, it's like
they will breeze by that jump easy. Yeah, they won it. That's it.
Yeah, it's like
that's not great.
You're not gonna show like the stars that you got to like put it in people's face to see who is that or like.
Nothing. You gotta get those stars in like better advertising spots. Like put them in like.
It's women at the end of the day, bro. Look at how many like different lanes they can hop in to like push the brand, the WNBA brand. Man. Like, come on, I don't get it though. So
I don't understand it, bro. But I just wish that they would do more.
It's like
there's a solution to the issue. It's just I want people to actually try harder to find it.
I mean that too. I think like you said, like the advertising and marketing is like one of the biggest flaws I feel for WNBA. You can clearly tell it's like it ain't too much bread tossed that way. As far as like TV time or like ad time to like really push the game. Right?
Just market it toward the people. Market it toward high school girls, man. Just like
at least something. At least hype the playoffs up. If you say you can't do it for the regular season, or at least push the playoffs. At least
there's just too many ways.
There'll be a WNBA Finals champion, and then like you barely see that jump. Like you barely see that.
I don't get to see the parade. Like
yeah, it's like
I don't get nothing. Like I enjoy. It's too many. Like Liz Cambridge, bro, 6'8". Like there's so much things you can do with her.
They be hooping, bro.
She's like a DJ and something.
And it's women too, yeah. And they be doing like dope shit on the side as well. Like they be like, it's so many different bags. Like they a basketball player, and then like these are mothers, these are wives. Like you said, they do like modeling shit on the side, like way different other things that you can just. All you got is like WNBA, so and so, 3-time All-Star or whatever, and then it's like, oh damn, okay, let me check that out.
That's it. Or if you really want to market women, put it on a channel or a network that typically markets. Why not put it on Oxygen?
Yeah, that's it.
Put it on Oxygen. Put it on find a way to make Lifetime something. Like anything. Just find a way.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just subtly throw a little ad commercial on that.
That's all you have to do. It's like, oh well, let me watch this basketball league. You know what I'm saying? Like
it definitely don't
you'll catch people watching based off just making subtle changes. But you know, man, I just want things to be better because I do enjoy watching them play.
Yeah, I be trying, but I be feeling like, man, it ain't too many people supporting this.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tough thing. Cause I feel like I don't know, but you know how men are with like women's sports. Anytime they post anything on women's sports, I go in the comments. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just dudes like, oh, she should have won for going into the kitchen. I'm like, dog, these don't get old to you. Like these jumps aren't old to you yet.
That's the net though, man.
It is.
That's the gift and the curse too.
It is.
Technology.
Technology is the best and worst thing that's happened to the world. Because it gives people the access to tell their opinion, and it also gives people the access to tell their opinion.
That's the part that I don't like.
I did ask. You know
yeah, it's like it's unwarranted. Like it be unwarranted opinions. It's like I ain't asked for that.
Like, bro, just why are you here? Why are you talking to me currently?
And yeah, trolling and shit. That's like we not really from I guess like that ilk. I mean like the closest thing I know of a troll back in the day was like the funny name or like the court jester or like the class clown or something like that.
Yeah, that's about as good as you got.
Like nobody really like
the dude who used to teach you, but like at least that was in real time and like you could address it there.
Yeah, like I can't holler at somebody that's in like Zimbabwe.
Like bro, like I can't address you like right now, like the way I want to address you. You know what I'm saying?
It's words over
I'm not gonna do this back and forth with you.
Yeah, that's great.
That's just what you want. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough thing.
Man, go support the WNBA.
Definitely go support the WNBA, man. That's all we're saying. Go support my baby Candace Parker.
I saw her shit like that. It's like I'm in college, like looking. So it's like, come on, yo, imagine like this supposed to be WNBA. This is an NBA product. And it's like, man, yeah, we do that, but focus over here. Like,
yeah, we do that. Like, what?
It's like we do that, but focus on LeBron.
Yeah, that's all they want to focus on.
Shit, I got a question for you real quick before you get off sports. But who do you think will be like the face of the league once Bron get up out of there? It's slowly rolling out, and I feel like they're trying to force Giannis, but like he don't got the draw to like be like next up. The KD fire, but
the question you're asking is who are they gonna continue to talk about?
Who's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. Because it's narrative based heavy, so
it's obvious who they're gonna do. It's Luka. Luka's the guy they are setting him up to be the next guy, and it's painfully obvious.
I fuck with Luka heavy, but the face of the league.
They are trying to force it. I know, and don't get me wrong. I think Luka's one of the better players in the league. I think he skill wise, top 5 player.
His game is straight.
Top 5 player, he can do a lot of different things. I think what we're seeing now is that he's finally getting into that space where like you got to win, dog. Like you're winning regular season games, cool. The playoffs, you're not winning right now. So you need to jump the hurdle.
They gave Giannis how many years until he won? Giannis won't win for like a good 4.
I mean, he would make the playoffs.
And again, swept out.
He would get struggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, he made people play this shit though, boy.
Yeah. I fuck with him.
He heard all that talk. He's like,
I like how he did it though, because it was like, man, I can't really shoot.
He never responded to it directly. He never was like, yeah, people were talking about I can't shoot. He never responded. He was like,
until he got that chip,
like, no, I'm just gonna keep working hard and and he was working. And it pissed people off. They couldn't say nothing. They couldn't say nothing. They couldn't say a thing about it.
And everything that they said he couldn't do, he didn't do and still won. You know what I'm saying? Like he played his game.
He was like 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? So
I won't mad at this year's finals for real. I kind of want Chris Paul to win.
People were like, I'm not watching this. It's gonna be boring. Like, bro, if you're a hooper, this is what you kind of want. You want 2 teams.
I'd be tired of like
hasn't won. Who haven't won in a long time or haven't won at all. New faces. That's a problem with the league right now, and that's the issue with.
I mean, polarity in the NBA is crazy. It's not much. It's starting to get back to it. I feel like Atlanta got traded. Like Atlanta, I didn't think they was gonna make it nearly as far as they made it.
The thing about playoffs too is just this playoffs is very any playoff run has some form of luck, some sense of luck in it, and they benefit from a lot of different things. But I mean, they hoop. They really hoop. And it just really shifts. I don't necessarily like all the shifts that's happening in free agency. Because
I feel like
we're basically heading toward Brooklyn versus LA thing right now.
So, bro. And I'm a Lakers fan.
I like it. I'm an LA dude, so like I like Lakers. So like
I like Lakers, but I could be like realistic. I mean, Russell Westbrook. I feel like this is by default. That was just like the best that was there, so they grabbed him. Like out of the free agents, it's like, all right. They said they was gonna get Buddy, I think, from the Clippers.
Which
would have been better
fit.
Which would have been way better fit.
Shooters. Plus, you could have saved like money, and you probably could have got more money off of free agents.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what I'm saying? I like the cast that we had. My only fear of what we have right now is that we're an older team. We're the oldest team in the league right now, I think. And we're going back to an 82 game season.
Yeah.
Can we stay healthy?
My only question mark is AD, bro. That's it. No disrespect, but it's like, bro.
The youngest dudes on the team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you supposed to have the keys to the franchise once Bron get up out of there. I'm like, y'all better start playing to somebody else. Like
when he's healthy, he's a top 5 player in the league. But that's the problem when he's healthy, because he's always got something nagging.
Man, I'll take Jokic over him. If I had to choose, I'll take Jokic over him. Like people were hyping when AD came. I'm like, I'm not mad at it, but I'm like, man, I'd rather have Jokic out there.
The only thing about Jokic is that he's bad defense. He's not a great defender, but like he can score.
He got a little bag on offense out there.
He can score. He rebounds well enough. He's the best passing big man I've ever seen.
Yeah, bro,
just all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean it'll be interesting to see what they do with Luke. But Luka's who they're growing.
That's who you think?
The next guy for sure. For sure.
I feel like they literally trying to give it to Giannis, and he's like, I'm cool on it. Like
Giannis is like, bro,
I'm good.
listen, Giannis did something that most dudes haven't done in years. He stayed with the team. He stayed loyal.
I respect.
He stayed in a small market team,
Milwaukee,
and they won. You know what I'm saying? He could have left, and he could have asked for a trade. He could have done all this. Like, we wanted to say that, and he did, and he didn't. You can say whatever you want to say, like, oh, you didn't have to go through the Bronx. You can say all that. He still won.
When you think
you're not gonna take that from him.
Yeah, I can't. Nah. I fuck with it the way he did it.
Yeah, you're not gonna take that from him.
How you feel about Dame though? Yeah, he been trying to do that, and it's like, bro, I think it's time for you to leave though. But you've been there too long, my boy. Giannis younger than you. Like, you've been there like a long ass time. That team ain't doing nothing but getting to like second round max and getting about it.
It's bad. Like, you
gotta bounce, bro.
I've respected Dame for years. Bro, you've held it 10 toes down every year. They count you out every year. You always take them to the playoffs. And
they get no help. Get out of there, bro.
If he would have asked for a trade, it would be sad because like he has been going the whole time. It's like I would get it.
Brad's been
over a decade.
That's
like
for anybody.
But he has to go somewhere like
have
a chance.
Yeah, like
have a chance here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll do it though. Like, he's so loyal. He's loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
And no one's coming to Portland, man. That's the issue. Like, no one's coming to Portland. Unfortunately.
I don't know why either though. Like if I was a professional player, I wouldn't even trip. It's like I can have a house anywhere though. Like I'm just balling here like for let's say half the year, and I can bounce. Like I can move to where like I can go where I want to. Yeah, like I get it though. I mean Pacific Northwest. I mean it ain't the most lavish place.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I get it. It's just like dang, bro. That's just that's my guy. He's one of him and KD are my favorite players in the league. Those are my two
KD said KD?
Yeah, those are my two favorite players. They just
how you feel about the media? I be seeing you tweet about
I hate the media.
As of like the last 2 years, where I've kind of like, I guess I ain't say I've been woke to it, but I've kind of seen them like, yo, they are heavily narrative pushing. Like
that's all.
It's like yo, this ain't soap opera. It's like
that's all they want to do. They want to push a narrative. They want to let you like, oh, listen to this story, and they just make up stuff to like, and it's annoying.
That's crazy though. Yeah. Like I have noticed that recently.
They're not analysts. They're personalities. That's all they are. They just who can come up with the biggest hot take, and then they get upset when the player responds to them. Like, bro, yes.
You're lying.
You're not telling the truth, or you're making stuff up to like disrupt the team, and it's like, it's just I know
Kendrick Perkins. At first I fucked with him like, yeah, Perkins keep it real. Now I'm like, all right, he's doing the same thing. He hot take shorty.
Perkins has not kept it real since the minute he got on the shows. He's the worst.
This nigga, I'm like, all right.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro, he isn't the worst. He just be saying stuff and then delete it or pretend like it never happened. And I'm like, dog, you can't do that. If you want to say it, stand on what you said. Just stand on what you said. But he'll delete junk. He'll act like it never happened. It's just I can't get with that, bro.
Yeah, particularly in ESPN, I stopped watching
a lot of that stuff.
And it's like, yo, I'm like, yo, this is getting like over the top.
It's bad, bro. It's not good. It's not great, man.
I like it though. That like the players like they just let us know what's up now. It's like, all right, I'd rather hear from them. Or like when players be on podcasts and stuff, I'm like, I'd rather like let me hear from them, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Because these sources and shit like that, I think they say it just to hide behind it, and then they made that up. Like they came with that out their own head. Such as Stephen A. Smith, bro.
Stephen A. Smith said, what if KD signs with the Knicks later? KD said 4 hours later, he said, man, stop signing with the Knicks. So, 5 more years. Like, I'm not even going to handle this, bro. Like, bro, just stop that. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
It's definitely ratings based, I feel.
That's all it is. And they can't be doing that great. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't. All right, man, let's hop into this next thing.
Yeah, so I deviated outside of the typical wine. This is
still in the wine family.
Yeah,
still in the wine family.
It's like sparkling wine technically, but I got this champagne since it's somewhere early. What time? 1:30. Still kind of brunchish a little bit, so
yeah, there we go. Yeah,
do a little mimosas out there with the Simply's lemonade. I don't know if they can see that.
Yeah, the lemonade.
I do a little bit of limeade too, but
okay.
I ain't know lemonade's the more, I guess, generally accepted.
Lemonade was a popular drink, and it still is. It's what the hip hop song says. Yeah, we were just talking about like wrestling or whatever off Yeah. And we was talking about like the Attitude Era or whatever, and just like late '90s wrestling was nuts. Who do you have as your top 5 wrestlers? I guess all time.
I'm gonna get my bag now, man. All time.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm 31. I was born in '89, so I ain't going back to like
shout out to '89 babies.
Yes, sir.
You already know what we do.
Fucking number 1, Stone Cold. That was the toughest, dopest white dude I ever seen at the time.
He is probably the number 1 redneck of all time.
All right, but yeah, Stone Cold, definitely The Rock. I feel like them two was the best like contrast. You know what I'm saying? The Rock talked a lot of shit. Stone Cold, that nigga like was just all action out there. He talked, but like my boy definitely, you know.
But imagine being so lucky that you had Stone Cold and The Rock at the same
time. Same time, bro.
That's a crazy like you.
I know Vince is going crazy.
You get generational like people like every now and again. Like I get like every 1 to 5, 10 years. You said about how to do it.
Oh yeah.
Every 1 to 5 years, they had them at the same time.
Same time.
That's
tweaking, like
crazy.
The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H.
Another.
And I fuck with him as a heel, like you know what I'm saying.
He was like better man.
Yeah.
Like his 2000 run was crazy.
I fuck with Triple H. I like him even when he was like quote unquote the bad guy. Like you know what I'm saying. I fuck with him. Yeah, something like that. Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold. I'm at 4. I'll go with fucking. Just WWF, right?
It could be any wrestler.
Oh shit! I'll throw Booker T in that joint.
Okay. Yeah.
Booker T. Number 5, man. It's a lot of people I can throw in that joint. For a hot minute, I was fucking with D'Lo Brown, but he ain't last around.
D'Lo Brown was a great mid-card act though.
Yeah, like he
when he came out to the jump with his head just bobbing all over the place.
But let me see.
The chest protectors.
Yeah. I always wondered what that was. I'm like, what the fuck does he have on that joint?
I forgot what happened. I think
like
he heard it or something like, and then he went away for a little bit and he came back with the chest.
Yeah, I remember he always had like I was like, is that like a bulletproof?
Well, fresh kid. I was like,
I didn't know what it was as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, man. There's so many wrestlers, bro. Like I would say Rey Mysterio, but nah. I fuck with Rey though. His boy iconic.
Bro, listen, his like
WCW.
People only know his WWE stuff.
Nah,
yeah, still great.
I saw him in WCW.
Yeah, like he was different, bro.
I just said this is what I
like
do. Yeah.
I like this.
The Clico.
I can see how this would be
better. They got a rose.
This would be a brunch shuffle.
Yeah, they got a rose. Like Imperial Nectar is what it's called, and it's like it's like rose, so it's more like sweeter. But this is cool if it's mixed. Like root by itself is dry as a bitch. So I try to like
more
tap something in there. Yeah, throw something in there, cranberry juice or a limeade or a lemonade, something. Okay. But yeah, just for a little brunch, John.
My bad, that's all.
Number 5, man. There's so many wrestlers. I go with Rod Van Dam.
Okay. Yeah.
ECW.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I first got onto him. I'm like, okay, this nigga's crazy out here.
Yeah, he was like
that frog splash.
He had
a crazy frog splash. He heard his stuff.
There's only one dude right now that has like a great, like a similarly great frog splash. He wrestles now. I think it's Montez Ford. He got a crazy frog splash. Like it's hot. Like he jumps real high.
Yeah. That's why I respect the RVD. I'm like, yo, he getting up, my nigga. Do that shit and leaving all his organs exposed.
All in the air, and like he was selling like when he hit the ground too. Yeah, that was sweet. That's a good list. I like that because like, oh man,
Undertaker's in there too.
You got for the longevity period.
Yeah.
He just retired like last year, 2 years ago, or something like that. So 30 years in the game, you gotta give him respect.
Yo, 30 years wrestling.
That's crazy, bro.
I ain't trying to do that. As soon as I'm like The Rock or John Cena, I'm trying to get that movie deal and bounce and like come back to WrestleMania.
Yeah, big payday.
You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
That's a good list. Stone Cold is definitely in there for me, for sure.
That's my favorite.
I'm just trying to think of like when I my list isn't gonna be necessarily my 5 favorite, but I'm gonna pick the 5 from my childhood that were like those are the guys I would plus. Like Stone Cold for sure.
I mean collectively DX, but I ain't gonna.
For sure. But if collectively that could have been one pick. But if I'm gonna do a collective, then NWO, particularly from '90s, from their inception to like.
That's including like Wolfpack. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna front like that. I was like, oh shit.
I guess, but I don't. From inception to when Goldberg won the belt.
All right.
When he won the belt from Hogan. that era was like they were the coolest dudes. But then like they just kept adding people, and I was like,
he kind of started diluting.
He shouldn't be here. I don't even know who this dude is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Goldberg, like you couldn't tell me nothing.
Bill Goldberg.
Like when you're young, you're just like, dude, this dude's destroying everybody. And then when you get older, it's like, oh no, this dude just can't wrestle. He's really like 5 or 6 moves.
My nigga, bro, you could tell you can wrestle. My boy will hold you up for the jackhammer for about 2 minutes match time. Just hold you straight up in the air, walk around with you, and then.
Like,
the streak continues. 171 wins.
But that era was crazy. I used to love that. Obviously, The Rock. I mean, The Rock was just on the mic. Like,
on the mic, that nigga talk.
I don't think anybody was better.
You want talking better, like on the mic? Like, that nigga had like every time you talk,
killing people, bro.
You just listen to that boy, man.
Dang. And then for the 5th one, it's just a toss up, bro. Because Triple H again he was my favorite wrestler for like a long time.
The Game, bro.
Just that persona that
nigga went from DX to The Game.
Cerebral Assassin.
Yeah, Cerebral Assassin.
Like he was like, yo, I'm just getting a new nickname
every time. I remember my time every time.
But Kevin Nash though, bro. Kevin Nash is probably the coolest wrestler ever, bro. Like he was the personification of cool, man. We got to be the Wolfpack leader. He was just the coolest dude. Like, why is this dude so cool?
I like the Wolfpack. I ain't gonna front. I had a little NWO shirt that was like black and white, of course, but like half of it was like in the white and half of it was red.
Yeah, that was sweet.
You remember the like little like single joint for Wolfpack?
Yeah. I was doing that all over. Yeah, that was the one you get in trouble with, like in school. Like you did the suck it thing.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you would get in trouble in school.
I got hit for that one time in PE, and my mom made sure it's like, all right, nigga.
So I'm pretty sure I got
I used to know what it meant at the time. That's all. I was just young. I didn't know what the hell that shit meant, man. So way after the fact, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, my parents made me stop watching wrestling for like a little bit. Like you were wild right now.
That was a crazy sign.
There was a lot of stuff going on there during the time. Like
they had fucking what's the dude that had a whole train?
Godfather. They had a whole pimp. They had a porn star, Val Venus.
Yeah, Val Venus.
Like they were just doing.
Nigga, his move was the money shot.
I was like. And like as a kid, you just like, oh man, he's the money shot. And like your parents probably like in the background, like.
No wonder, like, I make sense now. My mom used to let us like cook with the wrestling, but like at certain times she's like, yo, turn that off, man.
Oh man, anytime they started letting the women come out, they would like do the broad thing.
I
had to get out of the room and close my eyes. I'm like,
broad paint match.
It's like now I get to go back and watch on the WWE network. I'm like, oh, this is what I missed. All right.
Trish Stratus and Sable and all of them. Yeah.
It's like, all right, this is what I missed. But yeah, I mean, but to be fair, and you said you think it's whack now, and
well, I can't say that. To be honest, to be fair, I haven't watched it.
Right.
I haven't watched it, but like seeing highlights and like the new people, I'm like, maybe I'm like stuck in my ways. I'm like, man, it ain't like how I used to be.
So I got back in it. I had stopped watching the wrestlers. I'm in college. Like I stopped, and then I picked back up and seeing Punk.
Yeah, I remember seeing him.
When he did the pipeline or whatever. I was like, all right, I'm locked in. So 2011 until now, I've been watching wrestling. And it ebbs and flows, man. Like sometimes you're like, oh, this is great, and then like they just start like you can hear what the fans want, and Vince McMahon is like, nah, we're gonna do this, and we hope you like it.
I will say this, I'm surprised that like it still like lasted this long. So remember, like I guess once the information came out that like wrestling was fake, I thought that was like gonna be like the end, because I seen like certain like I guess like factions kind of like fizzle out. Of course, WCW had like been gone. Like ECW, I don't think they're still around. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, it's just WWF for a good minute. Like all the wrestlers for all them other like I guess conglomerates were like coming to like the WWF. I'm like, all right, it's only but so long that one junt's gonna last. But they still here.
They did,
20 years
but
later.
Now they have different things now. Like Ring of Honor is big.
Yeah, I see that. I'm like, what is
that? Impact is big. AEW is their biggest competition now.
Really? I've seen like some of the junks. I'm like, damn, like
AEW just came out like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, and what's happening is the WWE is releasing or like
a lot of their talent,
or these people are not resigning. They're going there, and they're doing it right. Because what's happened is that Vince McMahon has decided that he's not a wrestling company anymore. He's an entertainment company.
Wrestling
that just happens to wrestle. So like he's trying to put like these are people who want to see. This is who we want to see. story is this is just who you want to see, and this is what I'm gonna do. Whereas these other companies are like, hey, we're still a wrestling company, and we're gonna give you stories that you can get invested in.
This is wild. It's like, bro, like storylines have been in that joint. Like,
just retire.
Like, he ain't gonna let that happen.
Just go away.
He won't let that happen.
You don't have to go away. Just loosen the reins. Give it. Triple H knows what he's doing. Because Triple H had like the separate brand under WWE, like NXT.
Yeah, I seen that.
Like, bro, like they had great matches.
I ain't know there was
storylines. Yeah, like he basically is the runner of that.
Yeah.
Great storylines, great wrestling matches. Like it's a whole fit kit and caboodle. So then those dudes, when they're done there, they move up to the main roster, and it's almost always bad. Because then Vince deals with them. So if he sees somebody say, you know what, I'm putting you in a clown suit. They're in a clown suit. Yeah. When that has nothing to do with their previous character. Like I have to pretend like I didn't watch them for the last 2 years here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just bad, man. It's frustrating to watch, and I keep watching and put myself through pain for some reason.
Now I'll be saying like surprisingly, like I said, I haven't watched it in like a long time, so I can't even really judge it. Like I don't like talking on shit that like I don't do my research on.
Right.
But like just looking at the stark comparison, I can see like in the time that we live in and stuff like that. Yeah, you can't do the over the top stuff that you have to. I get that.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
we don't have to do that. But just give me something I can invest in. You know, that's the best. Even the best shows. Like the best shows are ones you can invest in story and like take me on an adventure for the next 10 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. It's frustrating to watch.
But I've been seeing like a lot of more like adults, I guess, like people our age that like watch wrestling and follow it, and like the younger kids, where I feel like when we was younger, like the younger demographic kind of drove that genre. Yeah. Maybe because I was a kid, I ain't know no adults.
It's crazy because that's what happened. Is after the Attitude Era, they started going to a more kid-friendly thing.
Really?
So they were focusing on kids. It's crazy.
Wow.
In the Attitude Era, we were more focused on it when it wasn't technically directed towards us.
It wasn't kids at all, bro.
And now, as they've gotten to a more PG product or like kid product, it's like the adults want more. You know what I'm saying? It's like this weird like shift and balance every time. It's weird, bro. But
yeah, I've been seeing it. I was like, they'd be like, live from the I don't want to say the Thunderdome.
That's what it was called.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
That's what they had to do for the pandemic.
Yeah,
they had no fans, so they used like LED boards.
I'd be like, man, how is that though? How is that? How can you like? I'm sure they get some kind of energy off like the live crowd. Now that nobody's there, you just literally acting. I feel like. Yeah. Which is good. I mean, he's prepping you from roles and stuff, but.
Yeah. It was a very interesting era. They got to get off some cool stuff. They got to do like cinematic matches where it was like more like a movie-ish type thing versus a in the ring stuff. So that was cool. They had a few good ones of that.
I ain't never get to go to no SmackDowns or Raws when it came to Richmond. That's my only regret as a kid. Like my mom would be like, yeah, so coming. I'm like, man, get the tickets then. Like we're trying to go. So something like that.
I went to a couple. I went to a live event. I think I went to a Raw.
Yeah, I wish. That's the one thing I wanted to. I'm like, they coming to Richmond, and I see that shit. I'm like, yeah, we're live from Richmond, Virginia. Like, the Rock fall through. Finally, the Rock has come back.
Just want to say a couple. Just say a couple catchphrases.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's all, man. But it was cool, man. It was dope. I see y'all got the Switch up here.
Yeah, we got the Switch. We got a Xbox, not the newest one, but just I guess it was that Xbox One.
Okay, yeah, generation.
I got PS4. I'm trying to find that 5, but it's very hard. I slept on it earlier. I'm like, man, it'll be available when it dropped. I'm like, I can get it right now, but I'm like, I'll wait.
That's the exact thing. I was like, all right, cool. I won't get the first ones because
I never caught one.
The first ones always had like bugs and stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then I was like, I kept saying like, yeah. We're not gonna restock anytime soon. Like, they restocked them like very slowly. I was like, all right, I can't hold off anymore because there was a few games that was coming out that were only for PS5. I was like, all right, let me see if I can try to swing. I got some money. Let's see if I can swing. So then I just doing some notifications from Twitter sites that were like, all right, this is what's gonna restock. Just make sure you da.
I missed a few of those.
One came on GameStop. I was like, I kept hitting refresh, and then she said add to cart. I was like,
yes, sir.
And it was like, are you sure? Like,
yeah.
Hell yeah. I was like, yes.
Hell
yeah. So I was able to get a bundle, man. It's like I said, it's a great jump.
Which one did you? Which bundle did you get?
So my bundle came with Miles Morales.
Yeah, I was actually. That's what I was actually.
Which fire game?
I almost bought it the other day. I'm like, nigga, no. Wait until PS5.
Shocked at how much I love that game.
Cause I got the first one. Actually, I tried to replay the regular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But my PlayStation don't read it no more. There's no scratches on it. There's nothing wrong.
Just not read it.
It just won't read it. So it's like, it sounds like a helicopter or something when I stick it in there. So I can't play it no more. And I was like, man, I should probably buy it. Like on PlayStation Store, you can buy it and you'll get the PS5 version and PS4. But I'm like, I want to see the PS5 version.
I thought it's so great because you know what the best part about it is, and it seems like such a small thing, but it's so huge. There's no loading zones.
Yeah, no.
Like you can go through all this.
Finally, bro.
I'm like, fam,
finally.
There's no loading in this game. I'm just web slinging all over the place, all over the city. Nothing, no loads. It's so fire.
Yeah.
It also came with Hitman 3. I'll be killing people all the time.
Damn, I ain't play Hitman. Man.
Oh, I've never played it. That's not even true.
Bro, I better play like the second one, maybe.
I never picked up a Hitman game. Push you that way. But then I played this. I was like, oh, this is fun.
It's not bad.
Because it's like there's multiple ways of doing things.
It's
And I like games like that where like you give me a mission, like you have to take out this guy. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you do it. Just get it done.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, that's dope.
Yeah.
It also came with Avengers. I've heard too many bad things about it.
I see gameplay on YouTube. There's a YouTuber I follow, and I look. But yeah, it didn't look like the best. The concept is dope. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, it wasn't executed like the best.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna rate our wines because here at Clueless Vino we like to rate our wines and see what we like the best, man. So for sea salt, what did you think of sea salt? What would you give it out of 5 glasses?
5 being the best, right?
Yep.
The name is deceiving, but once you get past that, it's not bad. I give it a 3.5.
Okay.
It's like in the middle. Yeah, it's not like it's better than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
It's not trash.
That's thank goodness.
The aftertaste I feel like is the like saving grace for this. Just like it's very it makes you like ponder. Like, what is that? I kind of feel like I think it says something about grass on the back. Yeah, hint of green grass.
Hint of green grass.
I feel like that hits like once you like swallow and like it like hits your tongue. So yeah. 3.5.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give it like a 2.5. I think it's like right there. Like you said, that aftertaste. It's like, oh, okay, this is interesting. This is different than what I'm used to. That initial drink, that initial sip is sharp. Really sharp.
If I had something to like, I would say again, I'm not like a connoisseur. I think like that. If you got something to like eat with,
probably like
it'd probably take the initial like hit.
Like a fish with this would probably like hit.
Yeah, something like with like a fried like outer coating or something. I feel like so it's not like you said, it's like a strong initial like burst.
Yeah.
To where it's like I don't know what this is, and then like once I like swallow it and it goes through, it's like okay, there's a nice little aftertaste to like cap it off.
Exactly. Okay, and then we had our Moet and Chandon. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Chandon champagne, and we mix it with lemonade, man. Your concoction.
So it's brut. So again, this is dry. It's a drier champagne for sure.
Yeah.
I usually typically try to go with rosé. It's a little more flavorful, more sweeter.
A little sweeter.
Yeah. Kroger, they didn't have that this time. Like I said, I'm a Clico fan. Actually, I feel like it's brut, but it's a little more sweeter.
Okay.
But like for like the brunchy vibes, I feel like out of 5, I mean again, 3.5 again. It's like average to me. This is like my like the standard go-to. You feel me? I don't say bottom shelf champagne, but like certain kinds of like bottom shelf champagne gives me a headache. Yeah. This I can like, but I've drunk this straight out the bottle before and like haven't been too throwed and like no like no aftermath. So that's cool with me in my old age.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do too much of the hard shit no more. So I stick to the wines and champagnes and like day drinking.
Yeah.
Let me recover.
Oh, day drinking. I don't know about that one. That's the kind of tough.
Day drinking was like once every 2 months, bro.
Oh, okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Okay,
no days is over, bro. Like
I get my biggest jumps out in weddings. Weddings is when I get.
Oh yeah, I had one like 3 weeks ago and it was open bar side.
Yeah, that's when I usually go crazy.
Yeah, I've used the fuck out of it.
But I would get this concoction. I like the concoction, man. I've never thought of doing champagne and lemonade. Never would have thought that. But I would give it a solid 3.5 for real.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the mix for that.
Man, I think I heard like way back in the day, like even before I was drinking, I heard like a Don Penny record and it was like something and
shout out to Don, man. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Okay. You listen
one of the best tapes ever.
Particularly in the area that we at, I'd be like, Don Kennedy, like, who's that? I'm like,
Yeah.
After that, I was like, I don't know how to like explain to somebody that you never heard.
Don Kennedy's Yellow album is one of the best albums, or album mixtape, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Of all time, for sure.
I'm mad that I'm sad that he can't put it on. He said he can't really stream it because it's an expensive ass project. It's hella samples. You got Leah sample.
He did.
It's like this will be hard, bro. Like I don't think you can even stream Leah music right now. Like,
but to be fair, they say they're gonna put it on there very soon.
Okay, yeah. Like I know you got a Leah joint. There's a Biggie sample on that joint. It's like, bro, you ain't got the bread for that.
Don't worry. I have it somewhere stashed somewhere. I have it stashed somewhere.
I got it. I got it.
No problems with that. But I do want to thank you for hopping on the show, man.
Yeah, anytime.
You know, man.
Anytime.
This was fire as always. Love to talk music and all different stuff with you, man.
Yeah. Be back.
But tell people where they can find you. You know, if you want to give your socials out, and if you want to give a close remark, go ahead and hit them up.
Yeah, man. I only got one social media. That's on Twitter. It's 2 underscores Mally Mal MALMALY Mally Mal. I said it backwards, but
you did.
MALY Mally Mal. 2 things, 2 underscores. Yeah, I just share music opinions and like photos on there. So I'm just like, I might try to put out some content eventually, but in the meantime, just trying to support my boy Brandon, and hope to be back on CluelessVino Vino or a subsidiary. You never know. Here sometime in the future. And until then, just take it easy and just don't take life too serious, man. We all trying to figure it out. Just be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Absolutely, man. Most importantly, don't forget, drink up.
Drink up, man. Oh, that is dry. Oh my god. Yeah, bro.